Hey, how you doing? So for today's message, we're just going to go with the flow. We're going to see what comes through, and I'm hoping that this is kind of linking into the subconscious, linking into the hidden seeds at the back of your mind, your arsehole of mind, if you like, that could do with illuminating right now. So let's see what we have for you at this time. What is important right now? You can't see. We have eagle spirit and freedom. That's very interesting. So for some of you, you don't feel free to choose at this time. Almost like you're blinkered. You know, like those horses with the blinkers on so that they can't be distracted. There's sort of like this energy of you don't even realise that you want to be free. You're in this restriction right now. You're in this kind of like, I don't know, not seeing the, oh my God, I've never seen that before in this card. Look at that. There is a little unicorn down the bottom. I've never ever seen that there before. Oh my God, my eye when I do that. This is very interesting. See, you didn't realise you could be free to choose. There's something that you have been bound to in your life or restricted by, and it's actually what you're realizing now is that this is kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's not even an actual truth or fact. It's just a way of being that has restricted you from the real freedom. Now, there's something very rare about to happen, a transformation about to happen in your life. This is rare for you, okay? So this could be that you've become very aware of something that's rare in your life, that's kind of took your attention. And for some of you, it may be that you've been watching perhaps somebody else around in your circles, seeing them be free, seeing them be free to choose. And you might be watching this person and thinking like, well, how do they seem so lucky? How do they just seem to move from one thing to the next? And I feel like what you're realizing there is that life is like this river. You have to be able to intervene, to flow, to adapt to this whole journey. Now, what you have noticed here, I feel it could be with one particular person in your life or several people in your life, but there are people in your life that just seem to trust and go forth, and they're free. They don't seem to struggle. They obviously do have their struggles, but you might not be seeing them. And that's the freedom here, is I feel like you've realised, actually, maybe I could have some of that freedom myself. Why do I restrict myself? And I feel like you're the type of person that's come from a place of, this is how we always do things. This is how we normally do things. Perhaps you're a bit of a creature of not just comfort, but of, what's the word? Patterns, you know? Creature comforts, that kind of thing. So you stay in a pattern even though it doesn't serve you anymore because it's always been that way, so it feels safe. So there's something about safety in that. But Manaz is showing up here as really truly showing you, giving you some kind of awareness of almost like this mask that you've been wearing or something that you've been masking at this time, that you've realised actually isn't allowing that flow. It's been restrictive of that flow. And it's interesting, I've just put Lagos, and Lagos is all about flow. This is water energy. So in your awareness here of actually, I can free myself from this limiting belief, that's where the flow is going to happen. That's where it's coming in. And more flow, more growth, more healthy cycles developing in your life. I'm getting all the shivers down here. If anybody does kind of get that as like confirmation from spirit, that is what that is right now. So for some of you, this is definitely a confirmation that you've had this epiphany, you've had this wake up, this realization that you are far more free than you first thought. And there is something that very rarely enters lives, has entered your life. And I feel like you are becoming very aware of that. Sorry, I've got hair around my tarot cards there. But there's this mist in the background. So we want to figure out, what is this mist? Maybe that mist is clearing, or is it a mist that's coming? So what is it about that mist? Okay, the Six of Wands. The mist is there because there could be a very deep fear of failure, of like things not actually being triumphant, not working out the way that you want them to. So this could be you protecting yourself from looking like a fool, almost like you want to get all the facts straight first. You want to be in a place or a position, a strong position of grounding. Like you want to get something really settled before you free yourself at this time, before you allow that freedom. I feel like you've got a bit of a strategic plan here that you haven't really expressed. And you're patiently waiting for things to align. That's very clever, very, very smart. You're the rarity here. There's something very rare about the way that you think, the way that you go about things. And you're going about things in a really, really smart way. Very strategic. You're taking your time. Yara is that rune of cycles of growth, but it's a very slow moving energy. When we speak of time, Yara is a slow time. It means year. Now, some of you are closing out some addictions here, or things that have been distractions for you in your life that are holding you back from this freedom. But you may need those distractions currently because they're helping you through feeling restricted. We have the Hanged Man. What's this one? And the Knight of Swords coming out there as well. So very soon, if not already, you have had this change in perspective. You know, that eagle is flying higher to fly above the situation, to see it from a different perspective, to see things more clearly, to see actually the possibility of freedom here. And that's where you're at right now. Some of you may be just getting into yoga as well, or some kind of movement-based exercise. So yeah, especially asana practice, which is a physical form of yoga. You're moving your body more, and that's good. That's actually helping you to free yourself up. So if you've had like stiff hips or stiff back, shoulders, stiff joints, basically, the movements you're doing are actually helping you to realize the freedom that you have control over. And the Knight of Swords is kind of showing up here as taking some kind of fast action, which is interesting because you had the Temperance card showing up there, which was like getting the balance, getting the slowness, but you know when the timing is right. And I feel like around the 12th of this month, which is a Sunday, I feel, so it's the next Sunday that's coming up, you are about to receive some kind of light bulb moment, some kind of message or information. You're gaining some knowledge here that's going to really open your world up in a way that you didn't expect before. Okay, we have the Star in the reverse position. So what they're saying here is it's up to you. There is a wish. There is something that is very fulfilling for you, orbiting your energy around you. But it's your choice whether you go for it or not. You can either choose to pretend or be truthful to yourself about the next step. Some of you, I feel like what holds you back is that fear of freedom. It's a bit like if you've always been, like I read something about a bear that had been rescued from a place where it had been in a cage for like several years. And even 7 years after it had been released from the cage, it still just used to circle around as if it was still in that cage. So it's almost like it was free physically, but mentally it wasn't. And I feel like for some of you, that's kind of where your energy is now. It's like physically, you know, you're free, but mentally something there, you're not free. So what do you need to know at this time to free yourself? Okay. The Chariot's coming out in reverse position as well. So slow it right down. Slow down and try not to look at things as having to have an outcome, because the outcome's already aligning there with you. It's just about timing. And right now, the timing isn't quite right. There are things that need to close out. There are things that need to be realized. It's all part of this cycle of growth for you and flow as well. But there's something very rare about your energy. And we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse position as well. You have a choice here, and I could actually help you to have this realization, to bring this forward, to see things. There's something from the past that could be holding you back here from actually realizing this. So drop me a DM if you'd like to book in for a personalized reading, and we can go into deeper detail with this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.